We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Bigg Steele along with
Yeah.
You know what? Monumental week in LA for hip hop. This year, K-Dot had his big concert down there, man. Everybody and their mama was down there. I think it was a good thing for the city. What you think?
It was pretty good. I mean, I don't downplay it. It was a nice little turnout, so to speak. I know my son went down there. And I guess some people, was questioning who should have been there or who wasn't there.
I know your DMs was blowing up and people asking you if you was up there, huh?
I got a couple of people asking me, was I going? A couple of people I knew was in the audience, and they were like, when he started Mad City, they was just, that would have made my night if you would have came out and did your part of Mad City. I said, yeah, it's all good, but you don't take nobody's shine,
For real.
It wasn't even about that situation. I'm still appreciative of just being able to be on the project and on the song. But some people, it is what it is.
I think it was cool. I think in those situations, to be honest with you, normally, as beautiful as they are, you go always have somebody mad at you about some shit. It's cool, because I saw a few people that were upset because they felt like they should have been involved with the show, whatever. It's like you can't have everybody, man.
Yeah, for his line or his generation of people that's in his lane as far as when they came out or the type of artist they are. I thought he served the purpose efficiently, from him, J-Rock and Schoolboy Q and Ab-Soul and them.
Like Hippie.
People like Osama. You saw a headset and who they brought out. And I don't know how that was coordinated. But people were pleased.
Well, you know what, man? And ain't no telling, man. Normally when you have situations like that, he and his glasses DJ.
Okay.
He glasses DJ. Head is DJing because of glasses. Glasses kind of empowered him with that because Head was doing his podcast shit before everybody, pretty much.
He wasn't a DJ?
Homegrown radio. No, Head was doing homegrown radio, but he wasn't a DJ. Glasses kind of got him his first set of turntables and told him, hey, man, you need to, you should become a DJ.
Okay.
And I say all that to say is, I don't think Head had no control of who he was able to bring out there. You feel what I mean?
Well, I said, I watched it on Amazon Prime, thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was dope, man. And I thought it was dope. And to be honest with you, to see homies like Head, just me knowing where he come from to the stuff he doing now, I'm proud of the homie. That's some good shit, I
mean, because I said, like, it's sort of like the situation like I was in with being on the record on Mad City. They could have reached out to, a ton of other people or whoever was. But I felt like for the times and for, like I said, Kendrick is like behind us as far as generation of hip hop is concerned, representing Compton. You had the NWAs and whatever, and then we came along and you had YG and them come along and Kendrick and all that. So, it's good representation, especially from Compton.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Compton was definitely in the house. I forgot about that. You did have YG and all of them. I saw, and I saw Game. He came out and had some things to say, but I wouldn't want to overshadow that moment, man, because you had a whole bunch of people in the house. There was a bunch of B-Dogs there, but there was a lot of Crips there, too.
Oh, definitely.
And didn't nothing pop off. Everything was cool. It was lovely. So, shout out to that, man. I think it was cool. And it's one of those things, knowing the homies, if we wanted to pull up there, we could have pulled up.
Yeah, I I didn't even think about it, you know.
Me neither, because if I would have got invited, I probably wouldn't have went anyway, because it's just, with those things, man.
Now, the kid did ask me, did I have any way of getting in contact, you know, because he definitely wanted to go. And I hadn't even thought about, you know, hitting you to hit Top in them or whatever. But his sister knows a few people close to them, and she was able to get tickets. So he went with Big Sis. He said he had a good time.
He had a good time, and that's the main thing about it, man. That the people have a good time. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm cool enough with them cats. If I wanted to go see Kendrick just to catch up with him, right, it wouldn't be no thing like that, because he ain't got no time to be talking to my ass backstage.
Right. I mean, you really at work.
You feel what I'm saying? He at work. You know what I'm saying? He at his job. If I wanted to go see the homie, it would be plenty of other places I would go where I would actually be able to sit down and talk to him and see what's going on with him. You feel what I mean?
And like I said, it's not to take away from his achievement, his accomplishments. And it was a good light shined on the city.
Yeah, it was a really good light shine.
But I don't want to, you know, it was great for, you know, niggas who in the hood still and, you know, having to represent and do that shit. To be able to come to a situation like that and everybody mingling and getting along, but
it was dope.
We over here, a lot of us who have matured in our mind states about shit like that. We've been in several situations where it's been a mix of different neighborhoods and different affiliates, and you know, and I can say that I've been to a couple of motherfucking events where,
and it's been cool.
Yeah,
we just had the thing. What was that? Maybe 6 months ago, the concert that Mac Chin had.
Exactly,
and it was all love, man. And that's what the one thing about it is, everyone outside of the coast kept making such a big deal. Oh, there were so many gangs in one place. I was like, we not just savages out here.
I mean, but you know, it's always been frowned upon from and even now you can go to different motherfucking states and niggas is cripping in blood into the fullest. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
And,
they doing
and feeling like, you know, authentic from the gate. And you can't tell a motherfucker any different. You get me? Like born and bred from nigga this shit. We've been Bloods and Crips, niggas, since the inception of this shit.
Hell
and
yeah.
Everybody really knows how that went down. But like I said, people frown upon us because of having a gang motherfucking situation. But people got to understand, you know, growing up in the neighborhoods and being subject to gang life, it's really just like a community of just like a motherfucker drafting you to the army. You know what I'm saying? You grow up in the hood, then most likely, if you don't have those avenues of walking a different walk, most likely you gonna grow up affiliated. And then most of the time it's just by friend association and just connection and community of, nigga, we ride bikes together and we living in this neighborhood.
Really, that's what it's all about, man.
We, like I said, we start off riding bikes together, and then we playing little league football together.
Then we
going to elementary together, and then I mean, by the time you get to junior high school and you seeing the big homies on the corner, and this is the neighborhood, and you feeling like sort of like rite of passage. You get me? Unless you have that different outlook of, well, I'm gonna play some sports or I'm gonna do something different. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, niggas grow up wanting to affiliate themselves because, shit, this is my home foundation. This is what I know, nigga. Him over across the street, him around the corner, him down the street, them 2 blocks away. So you feel connected by that. So
that's all it is. But you know, on a much somber and darker note, the cat Julio, the young man Julio Foolio, lost his life. And this is what I don't get about this. if you one of those guys that like to go on the internet and talk about people and disparage people, talk about people's dead homies, don't make public posts about what you're going to do. Why would you make a post? I'm having a birthday party over here at the hotel. Pull up. Rest in peace to him, because this is some sad shit, you know? But that wasn't the brightest move in the world.
I mean, because, you know, I don't want to put it like, you know, it's the day and age of the young generation, because me as a young gangbanger, we didn't have internet and social media and shit like that, but seems like when somebody threw a block house party, niggas knew the party was cracking.
Yeah, you know what?
and then not to cut you off, but shit, niggas knew where the party was cracking and come through and spray that motherfucker. You feel me? So you don't want to put it on that, but you making it easier for your opposite. And then if you know you are having real serious issues, because like I said, once again, it's one thing to go back and forth on the microphone with some braggadocious nigga, I'm flyer than you, or nigga, my verses is harder than you.
They making real enemies. It ain't none of that.
Man, could you imagine, you know, if OGs from our time had the mind state of the young homies today, of just like, oh yeah, we know we just, nigga, we hush. You feel me? That was some quiet shit. If you jumped in the car and hit a nigga block and bing bing. Most of the time, niggas was trying to make it to where we want niggas to think it's somebody else who did the hit.
You didn't have your last. The last thing in your mind, bro, was doing some shit to where the fingers could point back at you.
Exactly.
You didn't think like that. You said, I want to be inconspicuous as possible. Now, first thing somebody come out and say is, I'm smoking on that Julio Foolio pack.
And then another thing is it's like I said, we've come from beefing on records, right? But the truth in situations that we pulled back in, it was always taught that it was quiet on the set, right?
Well, think like
it
that
was
nowadays.
It's amazing because, like I said, I pay attention, and it's had me curious lately. That I've been on YouTube watching a lot of how these beefs are started and originated, and these young niggas is bold as a motherfucker. I hand it to you there, because they have no problem going in the studio, talking about the dead. You know, my man had motherfucker, like they be like, I'm gonna put dead oppositions on shirts. We gonna make up rap songs, and basically explaining how the hit got pulled off, who got smoked, what kind of pistol it was.
All that. You
get me? And just braggadocious with it. And I guess it's the new form of, you know how when sets was beefing and you go through the sets and nigga might cross out your hood or whoop-de-whoop, you know, that's that new form of banging dissing, right?
Yeah, you know what they doing now. This cat, Young and Ace, he came out with a track the next day after Julio Foolio died.
Of course.
Yeah, Julio Foolio had dissed his brother on the song, though.
Yeah.
His dead brother on the song, so now he came back. He got a song called, what is the name of this song? Do It. He came out with a record called Do It. I guess they had been going back and forth a little bit, man, but when does this stop now? So what's going to happen now? One of Julio Foolio's homies is going to go back and get at him now? And
I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, that's the code. I mean, from what I've been following, with not just their situation, but all of the situations around, all the little cliques and crews from Chicago to Atlanta, down over in Florida. I've been peeping out all the situations, and definitely somebody's finna come back with
these little niggas.
Somebody's gonna, and not to just say it out blatantly, but somebody's gonna die. Because that's how the situation falls. You get me? It's the retaliation game, but it's like I said, it's bold and out now because nigga, we at the crib.
Yeah, dude was 26 years old.
We at the crib with the microphones and the beats, and we stand right here and make, and our songs is gonna be like, okay, y'all got the homie, and now it's like the situation is like, we have to. So of course, because it ain't like niggas is finna be on like the quiet or the low with it. You feel me?